another quick pregnancy and momming update. I'm 20 weeks on Tuesday.
Love you, baby.
And I'll be getting the anatomy scan that week. We're still figuring out what we want to do about finding out the gender. We definitely do want to find out the gender, but whether we'll surprise people or not, stay tuned, I guess. My appetite has definitely increased over the past few weeks. I ate a burrito that big. And sometime during the beginning of the second trimester, I started to feel the baby a little bit, but I wasn't totally sure, since it's just this like the tiniest little twitching, and it's hard to tell sometimes whether that's my body or the baby's body, but since about 16 to 17 weeks I've been really feeling movement and kicks and turns, and John hasn't felt the baby yet, but I think he might soon. He's actually out of the country this week, so I've been solo parenting, which is always exhausting if you're not used to it. Shout out to all the single parents who do it all the time. I've been missing him, Jonah's been missing him. He's been acting out a little bit more than toddlers normally do because of it, I think. Toddlers tend to like normalcy and consistency, and he's all out of whack. And I think he senses a disturbance in the force right now. So it's been challenging for me. I'm pretty much out of patience too, just from being the only one taking care of him this week. We've gotten to go out and spend time with friends, and we went trick-or-treating downtown for Halloween. It was raining a little bit, but it wasn't too cold. But in the evening it was snowing, so we went to an indoor event, which I think he had some fun at. He might have a little more fun when he's older, or when he's not cranky from skipping his nap. I dressed him up as his favorite show, Curious George, and I was the mom in the yellow hat, and it was sort of like interpretations of the two. We didn't get actual costumes, but I think it came out pretty well, and a lot of kids and parents recognized us. I pretty much just wanted an excuse to dress him up in a costume this year. But for future years, I think I'd like to make more of an impact on Halloween. Some Christians are convicted by whether they should celebrate or not, and I believe it's one of those things where you have your own personal convictions. But here in the US, a lot of parents have positive and nostalgic memories of Halloween, having fun with their parents and dressing up as their favorite characters and people, and I always had fun. I always liked playing dress up, so it was a fun time for me, which I want to pass on to him. But I don't want it to just be about having fun, especially when some people have negative views on the holiday because of its history and because of things that they believe might spiritually still happen on that day. I'm not going to get into that, but basically I think it's a good opportunity to be a part of the community. These days a sense of community is somewhat lacking. We're all sort of self-sufficient, pull up your own bootstraps, do things on your own, but I think that's kind of detracted from having a positive community. So Halloween is one of the few days of the year where the community gets together and gets to meet each other and see faces that live a few feet to a few miles from you, depending on what kind of area you live in. And so I don't want to isolate ourselves on that day, but I also want to make a positive impact. So I think in future years I want to be more intentional about that and see if there's a way we can brighten up the lives of our neighbors and neighborhood and community. Now tomorrow daylight saving time ends, and a lot of parents dread that because just because the clock's turned back doesn't mean their kid's gonna sleep that extra hour. But it kind of works in my favor this year because ever since the first trimester I've just been struggling to get up at the time I would like my son to get up, and I think it's been throwing off his schedule. And naps are already a challenge for 2-3-year-olds. A lot of families drop them at this age, but I know a lot of families who say just chug along and they'll get back into it soon and it's beneficial for them. So anyway, instead of setting my clock back that does that by itself, I'm going to set my alarm clock back. So I'm going to start getting up an hour earlier than I normally do to give myself some more time to get ready in the morning and get him up when he should really be getting up, and hopefully I'll feel rested tonight, but I do have to make sure I start going to bed sooner as well, or it'll just fix itself for one day and that's it. So I'll report back on whether that works or not. So let me know in the comments tips and tricks on how to survive solo parenting. I hope you'll subscribe and hit the bell notifications so you get future updates. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.